Star Wars Episode 9 is currently going to be one of the biggest Star Wars movies in the history of the saga. The reason why is because J.J. Abrams has recently stated that it would be comprised of both prequel, original, and sequel trilogies. Thank you for clicking on Matrix Wars. Today we're going to be talking about the new release date of Star Wars Episode 9. And not just the release date, but most importantly, primarily, the trailer date. Now, the trailer has been speculated to be released during the Super Bowl in 2019, the first week of February. Star Wars Episode 9, though, seems as though they might need some extra help, due to the fact that the fan base has been so divided and needs help more than any other Star Wars movie has had so far, especially after the failure of Solo, A Star Wars Story. It seems as though Star Wars has fallen into a pit of absolute despair, where the fans no longer care about if they see their favorite characters or not. Because in the past two films, we've seen what Disney were willing to do to everyone's favorite characters. Yes, Han Solo was killed and disregarded in The Force Awakens. And for a lot of people, that was upsetting. But they did get the character of Han Solo somewhat right, even though him running away and not learning the lesson he learned in the original trilogy was a bit of a far-hand stretch. Yet, what they did to Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi was unforgivable on the highest of terms. With this, we can see exactly what Disney's trying to do. In Episode 9, they're already guaranteeing that Lando Calrissian's going to be in it. And at the same time, they're even hinted at Anakin Skywalker, Darth Sidious, and even Darth Sidious's master, Plagueis. So, why is it that fans currently really don't care about the trailer? Of course, it's going to be a hot button issue. Once it comes out, people are going to overanalyze it to the maximum extreme, as they did The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi trailer. Yet it seems to me that people nowadays have finally woken up to the realization of what Disney is doing with Star Wars. It's no longer the big idea of George Lucas, a man who hated corporations and selling out. A man who wanted to make a good movie that had a message. And not a message of, oh, animal rights. Oh, trust women. No. His was of redemption, of the hero's journey. Something we all could relate to, understand, and be inspired by. Yet, with Disney, it seems as though they can't do anything unless it is politically charged. An unfortunate situation for them, but a fortunate situation for the fandom menace. And, as this fandom menace grows, it seems as though a large majority of the Star Wars fanbase is going to have a giant backlash. Now, as I have stated in previous videos, if the movie comes out and it comes to be a pretty good movie, I will watch spoiler reviews on channels that I actually appreciate. Comic Artist Pro Secrets with Uncle Ethan Van Sciver, World Class BS with Jeff Hicks, or Geeks and Gamers with Jeremy. Also, Jeremy John's reviews. I definitely take those into account. Watching these, I will be able to ascertain whether or not in their spoiler talk it is worthy of being seen. If it's not as bad as they had first thought and said, you know what, it's actually not that bad of a movie, it's not that great, but not that bad, and there's some interesting stuff in it, then I will be willing to see it on the cheapest day possible, which at my theater is on Tuesdays, where you get all-day matinee price. So, I will do that because I do not want Disney to have the full price ticket. But, if the spoilers come out and I'm not at all intrigued, it doesn't sound interesting, and it just sounds like more pandering, then no. I will not go see Star Wars Episode 9, whatever it may be called. And yes, right now there's a lot of speculation that they are going to be pandering to prequel content. And for me, that is the era that I was raised in. And it is very tempting, seeing as how my favorite movie is Revenge of the Sith. So, it will be hard. But I promise you, use your own mind. Listen to what the reviews have to say of the people you garner affection for. And if you agree with them, and if you hear what they say about the movie and how it plays out, then maybe don't go. And if that's what you wish to do, then, as I've always stated, may the Force be with you.